One-step inequalities, isn't translating words from one language to another necessarily. This is actually translating from writing to being just mathematical or into algebra. Okay, and perfect, because, yeah. Room 307, how can I help you? Sure, take it. Could you please head down to the office? How many solutions are there for an equation with one variable? Now, it's not asking for the solution. It's not asking for x equals blah, blah, blah. It's saying how many things can that solution be, or how many solutions are there to it. So we have for example, 5h equals 20. How many things can be the solution there? How many solutions can we have, sir?
We could have
4. 4, okay. What makes you say 4? Okay, just a number that sounded cool. Yeah. 1? 1? Are you sure about that?
2?
No. I'm asking you. Are you sure about that 1? Let's work out the example and find out. Okay. She says yes. Okay. 5. Oops. Hello. Let's get a pen out. A color. 5h equals 20. Now, as a reminder, I have 5h equals 20. What's happening to the variable? It's being multiplied by 5, so I have to divide by 5 to undo that because that's the inverse operation. So I have h equals 4. Can h be anything else other than 4 to make that true? No, so you were correct. There's only one solution. Okay, there's only one solution. Now, solutions, how many solutions are there in an inequality with one variable? What do you think? 3, okay. Possibly. What do you think? 2, okay, getting colder. Getting colder. Okay, 5, getting warmer.
9, 7, 12, 6, 11, 6, 30.
Yes.
500.
Over 9,000.
Okay, over 9,000, getting warmer. What do you think? There is an infinite number of solutions. There is an infinite number of solutions here. That means infinity. It is a sideways loopy 8, I guess. Can you put this away, please? It is a sideways loopy 8. There's an infinite number. Here's why. We have y is greater than or equal to 9. Y is greater than or equal to 9. So that means that 10 works, 10.5, 11, 12, 32, 5,280.3, 9,204, and 5. Okay? So what's happening with this one? If I were to put that on a graph, you don't have to write this. I'm just trying to explain it. If I had 9 right here and 10 right here, if I had this line, remember that line represents everything that makes that statement true. It makes that statement true because everything, including and above 9, make that statement true. Okay? It counts. That's why we do that line there. Any questions on that? In-class examples. Translate each sentence into an inequality. So what we're going to be doing is whenever we're doing this, we're expected to define the variable. That's huge. That helps you. You're going to be writing an inequality, and we're also going to be solving the inequality. Okay, there's 3 steps for each of the questions that we're going to be doing tonight on our homework. So it says the distance to Philadelphia is more than 100 miles. I'm going to call distance D. D is more than 100 miles. So how would we have an inequality that represents is more than? Well, go ahead. What do you think? Greater than. Point it to the D? Right. The greater than symbol. I think you're overlooking it. Yes, you were right when you said greater than the first time. So greater than. The distance, D, is greater than 100. You should write that. Yeah. The distance, D, is greater than 100. Would you mind copying down these notes for your buddy here? Thanks. Now here's another thing. We are going to identify what are indicating words. And we're going to see if we can recognize those before we go ahead to the bottom and find them. Can you please not take notes in pen? The only thing that should ever be in pen is when you're grading your work. Everything else is a pencil. If you have an erasable pen, like I do up here, okay, I'll accept that maybe, but I don't want to see any scribbles. Yes. At least. We see at least. 2 less than the number of people registered is at least 7. Now, when you see the word less than, okay, your age is 12 turning 13, right? Yeah, because there's a couple of you that are a little bit older that are wow. There's a couple of you that are a little bit older that are 13. Most of you are probably 12 right now. So, you are 20 years less than me in age. Okay? 20 years less than me in age. Okay? Does that make sense? So if I was trying to find out your age, and I had, if I said that I was 32, okay? I'm not 40. I will be, but I'm not. Are you? You look interesting for a 40-year-old. So don't confuse this less than for anything other than subtraction. So we're going to have people registered 2 less. So it'd be P minus 2 is at least. Now that one is super, super tricky. I'm going to give you an example. Do you have something to add to this? Do you have to add to that, or can I do something that helps a lot of people and I know it does? Okay, if this helps you, great. If you already have one, that's wonderful. Here's something to think about. Whenever I see the word at least, my brain wants to go like that and do the less than because it's at least. But here's the thing. If you had to be at least 16 years old to drive, you can be 16 and 17 and 80 and 90 and 32. So you can be 90 and drive. Sure you can. Yeah. So it's not less than, it's greater than or equal to. Quiet. It's greater than or equal to. So at least is greater than or equal to. Garrett. So you have to be at least 10 years old to drive there, if that's true. That's enough. I don't think your conversations are helping you remember at least at all. Okay? Yes. Okay, I want you to study at least an hour tonight before tomorrow's quiz. Does that mean you can study a half hour? No, it doesn't. Okay? The sum of 3, so we have the sum, of 3 and a number is no more than 9. So we have a number, so I like to use x for that. So the sum of 3 and a number is no more than. No more than. So it has to be less than or equal to 9. I'm going to step up how long this is taking us. No more than. Sorry. Hi. I was being too loud. No more than. What's that? No more than 9. That's what it says right there. Now, inequality applications. There are 3 things we must do. We need to define the variable, write the inequality, then solve. There are 3 things we have to do each time. So number 3, money. AJ took his bike to the Edwardsville bike shop to have a gear shift mechanism repaired. What's a gear shift mechanism repaired? Doesn't matter. Just know that it's something on a bike. At the shop, AJ was told the total bill for the parts and labor would be at most $63. Well, wait. The cost of the parts was $39. How much could AJ expect to pay for labor? For those of you that don't know, when you get your vehicle or something worked on, not only do you have to pay for the part, but you also have to pay for the people doing that. That's how life is, okay? That's just how it goes. If you pay someone to paint your house, you're not just buying paint and having somebody work for nothing. Okay? Yeah, Abby? Yeah, you have to paint and paint. I used to make money from painting. Okay? During the summers, yeah, I did anything to stay busy. I did. So here we have, underline the words and phrases that symbol an inequality operation, or an inequality symbol or an operation. This word here, operation, that means adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Okay? That's an operation, a mathematical operation, adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. So I've already done some identification. But I'm going to read through it again to just make sure I got them all. AJ took his bike to Edwardsville Bike Shop to have a gear shift mechanism repaired. At the shop, AJ was told the total bill for the parts and labor, good, that's a plus sign, okay, would be at most, which is less than or equal to, no, at most 63. So that means if I had 64, that would be true. The cost of the repair was $39. How much do you expect to pay for labor? Now, I'm going to define a variable. And whenever I'm trying to figure out what am I going to define a variable for, I need to say, what are they asking for? So, what do they expect to pay for labor? So I'm going to say, let, and it has to be written like this, let, I'm going to go with C for cost. Let C be the cost of labor. Let C be the cost of labor. Let C be the cost of labor. The inequality we already found. The inequality we already found because it was at most. And we use logic there, at most, so it's going to be less than or equal to. So I'm going to write out the whole inequality now. We have the total for parts plus labor. Well, C is the cost of labor, so it's going to be C plus the amount of the part. I see the cost for the part is $39 right there, plus 39 is less than or equal to how much? How much? How much is it? $63. $63. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to solve this. Whoa. Okay. I wonder if YouTube is going to have that be the background again. That moment of it. Okay. We have C plus 39. I'm just rewriting this so you guys can remember how to do this one at the quiz tomorrow. I have C being added to 39, or 39 is being added to C. I have to undo that. So I do C minus 39. I do C minus 39 to both sides. Sorry, 39 being subtracted from both sides. And this is going to be 24. So my solution is the cost is less than or equal to $24. This next part, you don't have to write them all. That's going to be a lot of writing, so you don't have to write the next part. Now, in my other classes, what we did was we worked through these and discovered what these were, but I'm going to write these down. I'm going to write these down, and you're going to write them down as I do it. And if I go a little bit fast, I'll leave it up there when I hand out the homework. Okay, and you'll have about 10 minutes to work on your homework. But this is not the time to talk. This is not the time to talk. Okay, is greater than. I know what that one is. That's going to be right here. Is, I need to be thinner, lose some weight. Here we go. Is greater than. Is less than is over here. Those are the easy ones. Is that the air conditioner making that noise? Who used that cleaner last and didn't think about opening it and then closing it again? Is less than or equal to. Those are words that we know. Is less than or equal to. I love it. Is greater than or equal to. These are all the words that we know. Is greater than or equal to. Is not equal to. Oh. I'm going to, since I'm over here. Is no more than. See here, use the one that I can see. Is smaller than. So I should only have 10 minutes. And with those ones, there's 2 answers on each one. Okay? With the multiple choice. Is fewer than. Is fewer than. Is at least. Is at most. Is more than. Having troubles? Is greater than. We already did that one. Is larger than. It's larger. Is larger. Ew. And last but not least, is no less than. Is no less than. So there's all of them right there. Freeze that for you.